Dear friends, welcome to my channel Mechanical Engineering Advanced course. In today's lecture, I will explain you about gasket and its types. So basically, gasket is a sealing material placed between flanges to create a static seal to prevent the leakage. So as you can see here, how the gasket is placed in between the two flanges. This yellow color you can see is the gasket. Here also you can see this is the gasket which is placed in between these two flanges, and after that stud bolting is done. So there are three types of gasket: non-metallic gasket, metallic gasket, composite or semi-metallic gasket. This one is non-metallic, this one is metallic, and this one is composite or semi-metallic gasket. Now, before explaining the types of gasket, I want you to know the proper selection of gasket based upon the temperature and pressure. As you can see here in this image, when very hot fluid is passed through this pipe, then what happened, this flange and stud bolt got heated, and because of that some parts of the gasket, right, the gasket which is near to stud bolt, which is touching the stud bolt, got melt, and due to this whole system this flange started leaking. As you can see here in this image, how this flange is leaking. You can see here. Okay. So before placing the gasket in between the two flanges, you must check for the notches, irregularities, crack or misalignment of the flange, because in all these cases, if you don't remove this, then for sure leaking will be there. So it is very basic requirement to remove these notches, irregularities, crack or misalignment. Now we'll see one by one the types of gasket. So first one is non-metallic gasket. Normally this non-metallic gasket is used in low temperature and low pressure class flanges application. Means it will be used in low pressure class, means like 150 rating or 300 rating. And this non-metallic gasket is manufactured from glass fiber, elastomer, Teflon, PTFE, graphite. This PTFE is polytetrafluoroethylene, and it is designed on the basis of SME B 16.21 standard. This SME B 16.21 standard covers types, size, materials, dimensions, dimensional tolerances and marking for non-metallic gasket. There are two types of non-metallic gasket. First one is full face gasket and second one is flat ring gasket, as you can see here in the image. This one is full face gasket and this is ring gasket. This flat ring gasket is a ring gasket. These full face gasket types are suitable for flat face flange, okay, and flat ring gasket types are suitable with raised face flange. Now we'll see metallic gasket. This metallic gasket is also known as RTJ gasket or ring type joint gasket. It is used for very high rating flange like 900 rating and above. It is used for high temperature and pressure class. It is designed on the basis of ASME B 16.20 standard. This ASME B 16.20 standard covers materials, dimensions, dimensional tolerances and marking for metallic and composite gaskets. This metallic gasket is manufactured from stainless steel, low carbon steel, soft iron and monel. Actually, this metallic gasket are most costly in all these three types. There are two types of metallic gasket. First one is RTJ oval and second one is RTJ octagonal, that is also represented as R oval or R octagonal. This RTJ oval gasket is used with RTJ oval flange, and this RTJ octagonal gasket is used with RTJ octagonal flange. So now we'll see composite or semi-metallic gasket. This composite or semi-metallic gasket is the combination of metal and non-metallic materials. Here in this composite or semi-metallic gasket, different types of combinations of materials are possible based on the service requirement, based on the fluid requirements. Service means fluid here, and this is also designed on the basis of ASME B 16.20 standard. Already I told you, means what are the things that ASME B 16.20 standard covers, like type, size, dimensional tolerances, etc. It is used in wide range of temperature and pressure services. It is cost effective compared to metal gasket. This composite gasket are of three types: spiral wound gasket, metal jacketed gasket and KAMPROFILE gasket. And in all these three, the most widely used composite type gasket is a spiral wound gasket. As you can see here, this all three are spiral wound gasket. Okay, and this is metal jacketed gasket, and this one is CAMPROFILE gasket. So I will explain you each of them one by one. So let's see. A spiral wound gasket. This is outer ring. This is also known as centering or guide ring. This is inner ring. It prevents winding from buckling inside the pipe. And this middle one is, this number 1 is sealing element that creates the seal that prevents the leakage. Now we'll see marking of a spiral wound gasket. So in marking you can see they have given SME B16.20 code, then manufacturer name, then winding material and filler material, right? And if this outer ring is made up of material other than carbon steel, then they will mention the code of that material here. This is representing diameter and pressure class. This 4-inch means 100 mm dia, and this is 150 rating. This is how a spiral wound gasket looks like. This is the cross section of a spiral wound gasket. And now I'll see metal jacketed gasket. This is also coming under the category of composite gasket. It is used in heat exchangers, flange joints, and valves body, bonnet joint, etc. Now here you can see in metal jacketed gasket, the soft filler material is enclosed in thin sheet of metal jacket. As you can see in this image, there are different ways to cover the filler material. So now CAMPROFILE gasket. Here you can see this is cross section, this one is also cross section, and this is how CAMPROFILE gasket looks like. So it contains solid metal core with concentric grooves. Here you can see this is solid metal core with concentric grooves, right? And this one, this CAMPROFILE gasket is costlier than a spiral wound gasket, and it is easy to handle even in large diameter. One more thing is that you can see here this black color. This is the filler material, either graphite or PTFE, polytetrafluoroethylene, is layered on this grooved metal ring. Thank you everyone. If this lecture is beneficial to you, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Mechanical Engineering Advanced Course.